Let me put you guys over here. What's good, fellas? What's good, ladies and gentlemen? We back with another one, bro, of Dub's World, man. Good to see y'all. We got my guy Real Talk here, and we got a new addition here. Aubrey in the building. What's good with you?
Hey, hi everyone.
Let's go. Let's go. Real Talk. What you got to say, man, before we get started?
Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all say hi, hello, what's up to my friend Aubrey, bro. She pulling up for a few minutes. Um, hopefully we have some other guests on as well. Um, and that this will also be, something that we incorporate. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dub and talking, getting some people on the show.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's gonna be a very busy next coming months for me. So I think the content will probably be a little bit slower, but we shall see. We're definitely gonna make some time when we have to. But it's just a lot of moves we making. So just know that there's actually gonna probably be more things poured into this channel because of that. So minus the lives, but a lot more shorts will be coming soon. So keep that in mind. But anyways, we're gonna start it off with some of these talks now. And there's a lot to talk about that I've seen for the last couple of days. One of the highest on my list, Jada Pickett getting exposed. I can't wait to get into that. Damian Lillard and his whole affairs is crazy to me. But the first thing we'll touch on,
I ain't gonna lie.
want to talk about
The more and more I learn about the Jada, I'm low key getting on Jada's side, but we'll get there
I
when we
hate
get
yo.
there.
Come on, Real Talk. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, bro. I hate this. I hate it that you do this,
That's
bro.
egregious.
You said what?
That's egregious. There's no way to be on her side. That is a evil woman.
All right, well, let's talk about it right now, and then we can go to the
I'm not disagreeing with that, but
Mikey Williams. What makes you on her side?
So look, this is the more you find out, right? So early on, between Will and Jada, Will was with this other lady, the mother of his first child, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had swerved Jada to get with old lady, and then came back to Jada after that didn't work out. So Jada was his number 2 choice too. It's not like, people be like, oh, she only went to him because of Tupac, but it's the same way with Will too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We also find out that Jada damn near like tells this nigga, I low key don't want to be married for real like that. He still marries the lady.
I'm not hearing that, bro. I'm not hearing that. Just because at the end of the day,
What
she
you mean?
signed them.
If a
No,
lady
bro,
tells you she don't want to be married, why is you trying to force her into marriage?
Oh my God. But real talk. At the
No,
end of the day,
my thing is clearly, bro, Will Smith is the one. Look, Dub. Will Smith is the one that clearly wanted this family image with himself, right? Broad ass marriage together for years now, trying to look like a family man. And that's okay. I mean, they both got something out the deal. She got I'm Will Smith's wife out the deal. That clearly helped her.
Yeah, because her acting was subpar, so she really didn't have too much of a saving grace besides his wife.
Wow, now we're hating that.
And
that's what we're doing now?
Yes, they both consented to that partnership. And now that I know that Will left his woman for her, like I don't know what to tell y'all. They both consented to it. I don't really feel as bad for Will because it seemed like it was toxic from the beginning. I don't know. I'm never dealing with somebody who love of their life died. Like that's you could never live up to that. So I'm cool on that. I mean, and she was hanging by a thread. She wouldn't have made it to the 2020s with her acting. She wouldn't have made it. Not to the height that she is now. Not just acting.
Yeah, but still, I'm sitting here like, bro, at the end of the day.
So she wasn't, she was a key cog and set it off. Legendary movie. Okay, let's not shit on Jada acting, bro. Hey, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that this evening, bro.
Oh, here we go.
a hood classic don't mean that she's like a fantastic actress, and that's okay. Like, of course, Set It Off is a classic movie. She was in Nutty Professor, a couple other things. Like, I give her that. Like, those are Black classics. But as far as like the quality of the acting, like she probably wouldn't have had like a career in that.
Well, what she's saying, she wouldn't have the longevity, real talk, because she just would have been like here for the now, but then later on it just wouldn't have been like that.
Yeah, and ended up being a wife.
She's better off being a wife.
She would have ended up being a wife regardless.
Because her talent wasn't there. I don't really care about her as an actor. I'm not even going to hold you. It really don't matter to me like that. My whole thing with her, number one, and real talk, this is why she's not getting no bail for me, because at the end of the day, she said those vows. She signed those papers. She spent decades with that man, bro. Decades with that man and raising a family with him. They had multiple children. I'm not hearing this. Well, she didn't really want to be with him. So then I guess that kind of justifies her throwing her man under the bus and throwing shade at her man 20-something years down the road of me being with this person. What sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, that was my decision. Now, if you're still having that second thoughts about it now, well, then at the end of the day, you got to make some scenario. You got to make some changes to get out of that now. But as a wife, bro, you just, at the end of the day, sometimes even when your man is wrong, you just got to side with dude. And let's be real. You know dang well why he slapped him. You know dang well why he slapped him. It's because of this whole drama and entanglement nonsense that you caused.
Why, Dub?
That's
false. That's not true.
I promise you. If this whole stuff and drama,
Tiki was just talking about this, Dub. It's reported that Chris Rock was trying to get with his lady, bruh.
Bro.
Chris Rock apparently was trying to get with. That's what Tiki said, bro. I'm reporting what I'm just reporting what I'm hearing, bro.
I'll believe it. I'll believe it.
That Chris Rock was trying to get with Jada.
I need these sources.
Bro, I'm telling you. All he was really waiting on was the reason to get up and smack shit out Chris Rock. That's it. That's really all that was, bro. He was just waiting. He just waiting.
So at what point?
Then she doing interviews. They ain't been together since 2016.
You know what? This pisses me off, real talk.
Chris Rock trying to get at Jada Pinkett Smith. At what point? How many years ago?
Yes, I need to hear this.
How many years ago?
Real talk?
If y'all are asking me something, both of y'all are glitching on my screen. So, yeah, I don't
think it might be. I
didn't even hear the question. What's the question?
So the question is, how long ago was he trying to get at her? Like, what point in time frame was he trying to get at her? Oh, you're going crazy. I'm not even going to hold you. He is going crazy. He is mad delayed. Look at him smiling. Look at that.
Bro,
you don't even know what's going on.
I need to fix something real quick. Y'all carry on.
Because I need to, and I'm with Aubrey. I need to see. I need to hear when he was really trying to get her. But even then, as a man, especially at that high of a level, we all know there's tons of people trying to get at my girl. You feel me? There's always going to be tons of people trying to get her, especially the higher and higher of echelon of superstardom I am.
Exactly.
Like, they're superstars. Of course, tons and tons of people going to try to get at him.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to evoke such an anger within me to be like, let me go slap this dude real quick.
20 years later, let me go slap this dude.
20 years. Now, if it was within the same year, I kind of understand that. But even then, that's just more. That's not even the full story on why. That's just a little extra ammo to the clip. Let's be real. The man is clearly upset off of all the criticism. He's angry about the entanglements of the drama, and now he's constantly being put in the burner. That was a boiling point.
They hadn't been together since 2016.
He has been publicly humiliating him since that Red Table Talk came out, and it's been embarrassing. I had secondhand embarrassment from witnessing him be just humiliated like that. Like, that is disgusting. I cannot believe the things that she has just said about that man. Completely just kind of like emasculated him, like in front of the whole world. I cannot give her a pass. I will not give her a pass. And you have to let me know, how long ago was Chris Rock trying to get with Jada Pinkett Smith? How long ago was this?
Mm-hmm. Don't do it again to me, real talk.
Oh, okay. Now, if that's the question, now I've heard it. Look, I can't pinpoint a year. All I'm reporting is what I heard. But I will say this though, right? I think it was some kind of personal issue between him and Chris Rock. The reason why I say that is because these niggas hadn't been together since 2016. So is he really up there tripping off Jada for real? Or is he, we don't know if it was goddamn Jada he was fighting for with Chris Rock. We don't know what the people be going through behind the scenes. But I think he had an issue with Chris Rock prior to the joke. Because I'm not going that hard for no lady I ain't been with in 6-7 years. It was beyond that lady. It was something between him and Chris Rock.
No, it's a boiling point. It's in a boiling point of everything that's been accumulating over time. Let's be real, bro. You're not going to sit here and act as if Will Smith not watching all of this, not even on PC, even and use your own anecdotal experience when you're on Player's Choice and be seeing some dudes in the comments that should be
Kenneth, bring up Kenneth in the chat. Kenneth said Jada said Chris Rock tried to talk to her in 2016.
Will Smith is not slapping him off of a 5-year beef, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
He not slapping him over a bitch he ain't been with in 6-7 years.
Real talk.
What do you say?
Put yourself in this scenario. Do you really think, do you really think that I'm going to sit here and go up on stage and slap a dude in front of everyone, risking my reputation for a woman I haven't been with in 7 years and with what you just told me?
Because it's not over that lady. That nigga don't like Chris Rock.
Oh my
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He did not dislike Chris Rock that much to do that at the place that he did that. Like, that was completely out of line. Like, especially, and not to play respectability politics, but he know where he's at. He know what type of people is in that room. He know people's handlers in there and all that weirdo shit. So no, you're not just gonna like do that. That literally has been, after all of this public humiliation, he felt like, damn, like this is it's all boiling over. It's boiling over. How much more do you want the man to take? And you
no. So I'm not trying to.
He hit on my wife. That's weak as hell. So many men have probably hit on that lady. That Will knows.
August Alsina was piping her. Like, what are we talking about?
Listen, but this is, y'all are making my point. Y'all low key making my point, not realizing it.
Blow laugh, bro.
What I'm saying is that nigga was not hitting Chris Rock because of Jada. To me, the more I learn about their relationship, this lady said they haven't even been together since 2016, don't even live in the same house. So now all of a sudden, I'm going to be that mad that this nigga made a bald head joke 6-7 years later enough to go up there and smack a nigga? No, it's because I got beef with old boy. All I needed was an excuse to go up there.
Okay,
that's
watch this. Watch this.
All I needed was an excuse to go up there.
Put yourself in his scenario, right? What do you think is going to draw more of a reaction out of him? A dude dissing a girl that I haven't been with for 7 years, dissing a girl right next to me I haven't seen for 7 years, and he was trying to get with her literally that same time period of 7 years ago. Or he's reacting because he feels demasculated from his wife, from people in general, and people acting as if he is not a man anymore. So he goes up there to prove a point. What do you think? Which reason do you think is more valid? He just went up there because he tried to get at a chick.
Thinking. I could get with that logic if the Chris Rock joke was about the entanglement issue. The nigga was joking about her bald head. So that you try to conflate the two. Just not the
not bald by choice. That is like she has.
That's a medical condition too. So there you go, defending a woman, something a man would do. He didn't even diss him about him trying to get at her August. It was a joke along the lines of her medical condition, which
so
draw
why
a
are you
reaction.
then trying to bring up this? Oh, he's he's been demasculated and all
because,
of this. That was the August Alsina issue.
But listen, real talk for a second. Listen, that scenario right there is a scenario where he could, in his mind, say prove his manhood as a man because I'm defending my woman. I'm defending my woman because he's making fun of her medical condition rather than I want to slap this dude because he tried to get my girl 6 years ago.
It's not even his woman, Dub.
That's why you're
caught together.
That's why you're
at an award show, not together, bro.
It's like you're cooking yourself literally because why is he going to react in that way when that's not even his woman anymore?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying because I don't know what the beef is between him and Chris Rock. I don't know if it's over Jada. I don't know if it's over a movie role. I don't know if this nigga Chris Rock bought a house Will was looking at. I don't know what it's over. But what I'm saying is the more I figure out that these niggas at the time of the award show weren't even together. So now the woman I haven't been together with for 6-7 years. I'm gonna go smack a nigga over that because he joking about a hair condition.
But listen, hear me out. Will Smith is entirely too decorated and too polished, too respectable to literally go on stage and slap someone at an award show because he doesn't like him. Okay? Nobody's doing that, especially at his big age. It could not possibly be because I don't like Chris Rock. Like that is so trivial and childish. I do not believe that could have been that. It has to be way deeper than that at that big ass age.
Is what D-Bell said.
So y'all are saying
it's accumulation of everything.
What are you saying it is, Aubrey? What is it then? Why you went up there?
That it's accumulation of everything that has happened over the years. He's been demasculated for so long that at a certain point he's like, damn, I'm not gonna let them hold me again. You don't think men, since when do men not do shit to prove their ego? Since when?
That's a fact, real talk. I see dudes fighting dudes just because the girl's looking at them.
Talking about a lady he don't care about. Look, again. Oh, and also I want to get one thing clear. I'm not trying to defend Jada. I know that lady is evil. I do know that lady is a bad lady. But what I'm saying is though, Will Smith was actively participating in this because he wanted a certain look for himself and his career as well. This ain't just Jada is all at fault either. Mm-hmm. But smacking a nigga over a lady I ain't been with in 6 years, me personally, I wouldn't do it. But salute to Will, bro.
But you're proving, like, you do realize, like, you're cooking yourself.
For 10 years.
You said, well,
you haven't been demasculated for 10 years.
Mm.
Your daughter didn't write a note to the dead love of your life.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie, real talk. That's crazy.
I know that is crazy. I know everything about that is wild. I know Jada being in love with Tupac 30 years later, and she is still digmatized by a dead nigga is crazy. But at the end of the day, that nigga Will participated in their relationship fully, and he knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, he's not completely zero.
I ain't the one feeling bad for. I used to be one of y'all. I used to be always Will. I'm not like that no more. The more you learn about their situation, the more you like, nah, this nigga Will wanted a family man look. He also, it doesn't hurt that she's also a celebrity herself, one of the baddest in the game at that time. If you know about Jada Pinkett during that time, she was one of the baddest to have on your arm. So that nigga was playing into it himself. Like, nah, bro, If this lady dad told you, I don't want to get married before you propose to this lady, and you still propose, it's because you got an agenda you try to fulfill. That ain't got nothing to do with that lady, bro.
But nobody's absolving him of the blame. I think we all agree that he's not doing the proper things for himself. But at the same time, we can also acknowledge that she is just being a complete bitch. Bro.
Yeah. It's like he might not be taking the
Yeah, she's evil. She's an evil lady. She's an evil lady.
Might not be taking the actions necessary, but like she's doing the evil ass things at the end of the day.
And you keep bringing up Tupac, and I'm about to show the video. Screw it. We're going to show the video right now, and then we can talk about Mikey. We're going to show the video right now about some things about Tupac that somebody close to him actually stated. Let's see. So Tupac's friend says Jada Pinkett is lying about everything, and Tupac he wasn't, and I quote, fucking with Jada like that. Jada Pinkett has been telling any and everyone for the past 2 decades that Tupac and her were meant to be, and that Tupac is the man she should have married instead of Will Smith. Yesterday, Jada claimed that Tupac, whom she calls her soulmate, actually proposed marriage to her. Well, now one of Tupac's friends who spent time in prison with Pac is claiming that Jada is exaggerating her relationship with the legendary rap star. In a newly resurfaced interview, Tupac's friend, comedian TK Kirkland, claims that Tupac wasn't effing with Jada like that. He said, "I'm tired of that story. It would have never went down."
You said it's by who? TK Kirkland.
TK Kirkland told the interviewer.
I don't believe that nigga. That nigga don't even want to. That nigga don't even want to pay Charleston White all his money for that Live Nation tour. I don't believe that nigga.
TK told the interview, "I'm tired of Jada always talking about Tupac because Tupac wouldn't have F with her. I'm tired of that story. It would have never went down." He continued to say that B, "I know Tupac and he wouldn't have been effing with you. Tupac was a boss. He was very intelligent. And the N-word cut off Madonna. That's how cold he was." Media Takeout confirmed that when Tupac broke things off with Madonna, she was the biggest star in the world. Think Taylor Swift level of fame times 10. He added that Tupac died at the time, was engaged to kill Kidada Jones, daughter of legendary producer Quincy Jones. TK said, yeah, he was engaged. He wasn't rocking with Jada like that. So this whole thing about Jada being digmatized, this whole thing about Jada and the soulmate of Tupac and how they were destined to be, the dude really wasn't messing with her with that. He was actually engaged to somebody completely different. And in the height of his prowess, a woman like Madonna,
what does him being engaged to somebody else have to do? Jada's been married to another nigga for 30 years. She is still deeply in love with Tupac.
I'm just saying, I'd like to believe the people around who's closest to Tupac rather than the woman who, she's digmatized over. Because let's be real talk. You have been in a scenario where a girl thinks a scenario between you and her is completely more than what it actually is, correct?
Okay.
So I'm just saying this could be that one of those scenarios. That
she just can be. It could be, but
that she thinks that this relationship between them two was bigger than what it was. In reality, he was just doing him. And he messed with a girl like Madonna at that time and still had no problems cutting her off, and it was fine with that. And he was engaged to somebody completely different. But they were supposed to be together, right? They were supposed to be together. That's the thing that she's trying to fuel. They were supposed to be together, but this man was engaged to somebody completely different. Doesn't make sense. Let's be real.
Can I ask you something, Doc? Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Why hasn't Will filed for a divorce?
Because in my personal opinion, I just think he's making all the wrong decisions and he's not having enough will. I don't mean to make a joke about it, but he's not having enough willpower to file for that divorce. I don't know why. I would have been filed for divorce, but that's his own decisions. I think he's making the wrong choices, and that's on him. He's making terrible decisions. Well, at the end of the day, I think that he cheated on her too. I think he was doing his own dirt too. So part of a guilty conscience is, especially if you are cheating as well, you're kind of more forgiving off of some things because you did some dirt as well. So I think that's probably a big reason on why he hasn't divorced her yet, because that man has some skeletons in the closet too. He just hasn't aired it out. Margot Robbie.
Oh,
But I don't want to get too deep into it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest reasons, because when you cheat on somebody sometimes and you actually do care about them, that guilty conscience be kicking in, and it's like, what am I gonna do? You feel me?
It kicks in enough to stay with a woman that now is publicly humiliating you for years.
Everybody's different, but Jada's just completely exposed, bro. It's like she probably has just been fantasizing about this for 2 decades long, when it probably really wasn't even that serious of a thing as she thinks it is, bro. I promise you. It's probably not that deep, but she just wants to make it that deep. Because it's probably what Aubrey said. That's probably only cling to fame, the men that are in her life, Will Smith and Tupac. You think she'll be this big if it wasn't for those two?
What I'm trying to see, like, what is this big for Jade? I think honestly, with or without either one of them, she would have still been post set it off. She would have still been in every movie that she's been in since then.
She could have been good. Like, she could have been relevant. Would she be Jada Pinkett Smith? Would she be on the level where she is now without the men in her life? Probably not.
What are all these huge movies that Jada Pinkett is doing? Please, somebody let me know.
That's the point. Real talk.
She do, but that's what I'm saying. She does like
this Bruce Morrow
like
said it right here.
B-list movies.
Yes, he said it right here. She benefited from the Smith last name. She benefits from that to keep her relevant.
As far as her public status, I'm saying as far as her career, like what she's done in her individual career.
Oh, well, she would have been.
She still would have been doing like those movies that she did, because she's not like she was in blockbuster movies to begin with. So.
Yeah, that's different. I'm just talking. She probably still would have had a career, but she wouldn't have been this level of superstardom. She wouldn't have been Jada Pinkett Smith that we know today. But we can continue to the next one, bro. And we can talk about, is Aubrey still here? Aubrey, are you still here?
Yeah, Aubrey might be gone.
Because I do want to talk about the Mikey Williams scenario. For a lot of people that don't know, Mikey Williams is a high school superstar in the making. He's probably the second most known high schooler outside of Bronny James. Has a lot of viral moments, and he plays at Memphis right now, right? Real talk.
Well, he was supposed to be. He's supposed to be at Memphis, but
he was supposed to be at Memphis, but he's not. He got caught with some gun charges, and I believe everything stayed pointing to the fact that he was firing at an occupied vehicle, and luckily nobody was injured, but he's facing close to 30 years of time right now, and it's really a crazy scenario, bro. So I want to hear your thoughts about that, and what do you got to say, man?
It's just very disappointing to see a young man, bro. Mikey grew up, got to high school, created a buzz around himself because he was a good player, of course, playing alongside Bronny, being the best player on that team at that time. I think it was the Blue Chips. Creates a brand, gets signed to Puma in high school, millions of social media followers. So he was the first
high schooler to get an NIL deal. He was the first high school to get an NIL deal, which is crazy.
So he's a multi-millionaire in high school, and to see Buddy throw it away, trying to Play gangster, bro. It's like, I don't know, bro. It feels like a John Morant situation, but even at a younger age. It's like,
That's a worse John
why?
Morant situation because he actually shot. He actually shot at
Yeah,
an
true.
occupied vehicle, bro. It's crazy.
Why in God's name am I shooting at a vehicle and I'm worth millions of dollars? Why am I even in this predicament to begin with? I'm a multi-millionaire and I'm not even in college yet. And I'm slated to go to Memphis and play for Penny. And then I'm off to the league to get some more millions.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm too busy. I am that dedicated. Niggas be this dedicated to play gangster, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody that's actually in that kind of situation would do God knows what to be a Mikey, to be a Jaw, to where they don't have to, they not living like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you choose to be moving like that, bruh? Now you in court facing 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
28. I don't get it, bruh. Bro, I don't get this need to be hard, bruh.
To want to be a hood
Pause.
dude.
But yeah,
it's
it's crazy to me, bro.
It's like people want to be a hood dude, and it's like it doesn't make sense, especially when you have no reason to be it. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, a lot of people not out here like wanting to be in the streets, wanting to sell drugs, wanting to be shooting shit up, be worried about their life every time they sit here and go to their corner store to get some food. Like, nobody wants to live like that. They don't. So the idea of, oh man, this is like a cool thing to do. It's not. Shit is scary, bro. Shit is very scary to live in, to be a part of every single day. And a lot of people get desensitized to it because it's normal. But bro, that's no way for you. That's no way for anyone to live your life, especially when you have the money and the finances to not be a part of it. You want to know why? You want to know why all those people, like, you want to know why, like, all those people, like, around Mikey Williams is around him? It's because they want a way out. And they see him as a guy to take him on the way out. That's why they're around him. That's why they're around John Morant. It's not because, oh yeah, that's really my that's really my youngin'. No. Help me. I want to go. I want to leave this. And I see you as a dude that could get me out of this. And you can get me out of this. Like, come on, bro. And it's so annoying because you see it all the time. And it just feels like the trend of like the world is like going to like this. This is like a cool thing, bro. And it's like, it's really not. And I hate doing it. Like, you firing at an occupied vehicle, bro. That's crazy. That's disgusting. I know people that got shot at, bro. That shit's scary. That shit's not cool. Especially on people. Now, I don't know the reasons why he was shooting at people. I don't know why. But still, bro, you have a whole entire future and career. A lot of these people do that because they have nothing to lose. A lot of people do stuff like that because they have literally nothing to lose. So I'm fine with killing somebody. I'm fine with getting caught up in this because there's literally nothing else for me to lose. That's why they do it so much. Why are you doing this when you have everything to lose? It's sad, bro. And it gets me upset because it really gets me upset, bro, because I hate seeing that shit. And if you really around that, and if you really like understand that shit, bro, you really understand like that world is not some shit, is like some sweet shit to be around of. That shit's sad, bro. And it's sad because it just seems as if like now everything's just getting worse and worse. It's just, and there's a lot of reasons that go into it. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's like, bro, real talk. I seen a kid the other day, bro. I thought I'd never hear that shit. I seen a kid the other day. He's got. I seen a kid the other day. They was talking to somebody. I was in the mall buying some shit. And they're coworkers, right? Mm-hmm. I'm in the mall buying some stuff, and they talking. It was talking about a scenario that was messed up. I think some dude's mom got disrespected by another dude. Mm-hmm. So the dude that was working there, he said, yeah, if everything happened like that, I even told my mom. I was like, and don't worry about nothing. He said, I got a gun. I said, I got a gun in my car. He said, he gone. Kid's like 19, 17 years old, bro. It's like 19, 17 years old. And I heard it. I was like, damn. Like, not even just fuck him up real quick or beat his ass and shit. You killing a dude like that easy, bro? That's crazy. And it's just getting younger and younger and worse, and it's scaring me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's scaring me because I don't wanna see no kids growing up in that type of environment, just doing that, you know? That's just crazy to me.
Yeah, if you know or around anything like that, bro, a lot of these situations that take place are these shootings that take place as far as what they call or categorize as gang activity. Bro, it'd be like 16, 17, 15. Like, bro, these niggas be young, like young, bro.
Young, bro.
Already got bodies, already shooting and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. And for you to have an opportunity to be a multi-millionaire, bro. This nigga was signed to Puma in high school. All the clout in the world. Look, he knows LeBron. All of his posts on IG got hella celebrities commenting, leaving shit under his posts. All the clout in the world, all the everything a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid could want, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you shoot it away. Mm-hmm. You knowing already you're in California. If people outside of California, places like Cali and New York, already know that the gun laws are so restrictive, you living there should really know. And you shooting at another car? You not even like somebody else in the car, from my understanding. It's you. Which means to tell me you ain't even got no real niggas around you in the first place. Because when nobody, bro, they wouldn't even let you do that. They'd be like, bro, what you tripping. Put that down.
Yeah, that's
at least let me do it.
Exactly. They'll be like, yo, I'll pull
out, bro.
Exactly. Be like, yo, I'll pull the trigger for you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's another thing. Like, it's just stupid. Like, you don't have to be the one committing those actions. Like my dad, right? He grew up in the hood, and everyone knew him as like a hood dude. Good thing about him, though, he was never in a gang. He didn't have to be in that. Motherfuckers used to call him Smiley. That shit was funny, bro. People keep telling me stories about that because everyone knew him, and he beat up this one dude one time with a smile on his face. So mad people just always called him Smiley because of that. But he got a lot of love, bro. He got a lot of love. People still remember him. They still talk to him. They consider him hard. You know, they consider him as a dude like to be respected and a hood dude. And he was never doing no shit like that. Like you don't need to be doing no shit to, I don't know, to get even a hood label that you want. And even then, you don't even like you don't need that to be good in life, bro. But there's so many other ways to just be a man, and you know, you just don't have to be doing some things, bro. And it's sad. It's sad, bro. And it really does upset me. And I don't know how to fix it. And that's one of the worst things though. Real talk. Like I don't like it's like when you want to fix something, but you don't know what to do. Like, how can you fix this? How can you fix this?
I don't know, man. It seems like he's just going to be, unfortunately, possibly just another statistic, bro. And I don't know how you know, as we get to more NIL deals and all that, bro, we're gonna hear about more crash out stories, bro. It just is what it is, bro. So
I hate it.
I'm hoping other kids can look and you know, use this as what's the saying? Smart people learn from their mistakes, wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So I'm hoping some other kids that are lucky enough to be in that kind of situation,
learn from
yeah, don't screw it up like that, bro. Because man, bro,
yeah, he's done up.
He's fucked it up.
But let's go. Let's get to the main topic of the video, and let's talk about Damian.
You're gonna have to
Lillard.
give me some background on this, Dub, because I'm
Oh,
not too familiar.
I sent you a TikTok, but don't worry. I'm gonna have everybody listen to this because this was a woman. Her name is Tasha K. And I kind of was in my mind frame of analyzing the scenario between Dame and his girl. In my head, I was like, you know, the reason like this dude, like Dame is going crazy hard to push for this divorce. And in my head, I'm like, bro, since high school, y'all been together, and all of a sudden you want a divorce. There's only a few reasons on why you're gonna get a divorce after years of being with them. One of the main reasons is cheating. You know? And she broke this down, and I just want y'all to hear it. And people say that she be lying and everything like that. Again, if she could lie about other things, and I'm not saying that this is a cold hard fact, but the reasonings on what she's using is very sound. But I need y'all to hear this. And then we could talk about some other things as well, because there's also some other things I do want to say about this. Oh, wait. I gotta use a different tab.
Now, Dub, you are aware that this lady that we're using as reference recently just lost a lawsuit to Cardi B for defamation and lying and on things of that nature.
Defamation of character?
Yeah, and lying. And so now she owes Cardi B like $4 or $5 million. Well,
No way, really?
I'm dead serious. Tasha K.
Now, you think I should show this video then or no?
I mean, she posted it. It's not like, yeah, we can still, yeah.
Let's see this. Stop the screen, share screen. Let's do this. Because everything she's saying is pretty sound. I don't know this woman like that, so I don't know this woman like that. But everything she was saying sounded pretty sound.
I usually wait. Something told me I gotta do it. So you know that Damian Lillard and Kayla Hansen, they are high school sweethearts. He got a big contract. When they announced their divorce, everybody was shocked. It's like a whole childhood love, and he made it. She's the wife. She got, they got kids together. They had 3, I think it was like 2 or 3 kids, and it hit social media hard, right? They was like, why are they divorcing? Like, he wants her out of the house. He wants her to drop the last name. Now, I said this. I said, now and he's known her half his life. I was reading the article this morning, And I've been pondering on this story because I was going to talk about it when they initially announced the divorce, but something told me, hold on. But then the article today kind of gave me all that I needed. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in relationships before. And when you do the type of work that I do, you see a lot of shit. I want you to see if you hear what I hear or, see what I see, okay? All right. Milwaukee Bucks star Damian Lillard wants his estranged wife to drop his last name as a part of his divorce filing. Now, respondent should be restored to her former name, Kayla Hansen. Lillard, 33, stated in court documents he filed days after being traded from the Portland Trail Blazers to the Bucks. In his divorce filing obtained by Radar Online, Lillard cited irreconcilable differences and no hope for reconciliation. Kayla moved out of the family's Portland home in December of 2022. Now, Lillard also wants Kayla to pay her own attorney fees. Now, he got the money. She's a housewife. She moved out of the house. I don't know where she went, probably with her parents or something like that. It also says Kayla is the mother of Lillard's 5-year-old son and 2-year-old twin. So that's 3 kids. Now, when I read this after, the divorce really went viral, people was like, why do that? Why spend money on, this extravagant proposal and you're marrying your high school sweetheart? She's been there. And people were, making assumptions like, oh, he got traded or something like that, or he just wanted to get out here and cheat. I don't think, after reading this article, that he was the one that cheated. Because see, when a man cheats, he feels guilty and he wouldn't go this hard in a divorce. The reason he's going this hard in this divorce is because I believe she cheated. And now
I'm gonna stop it right there.
I mean, what she's saying right there is, it makes
sense, right? Now, it makes a lot of sense with everything. So December 2022 was almost a year ago, right? And she got kicked out the house. Again, this is all speculation. But she got kicked out the house, bro.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, she moved out. Damian Lillard's fighting hard to make sure she don't have the last name and everything. She got to pay her own stuff for this, John. Like, he's basically like, nah, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, bro, every time I'm looking into this, I'm like, bro, if there's any reason for you to leave your high school sweetheart, a sweetheart that you've been with for a while,
mm-hmm.
that's probably the biggest reason on why. Is there any other reason besides that?
Well, again, this is all alleged and speculating, but I can, if she's the one that had to move out, and if he is going this hard in his divorce filing, she's more than likely the reason on why they're getting a divorce. Because like she said, I mean, a lot of times, if it's infidelity on the man's side, it's flipped. It's the woman that's trying to come and come very hard in the divorce settling. So if Dame is really pushing for this divorce like this, it is definitely because he's the one that feels slighted or got slighted in the situation.
And he probably has proof, because a lot of stuff in the way he's moving, that could be fought back. But with everything that he's doing, it's like, oh, this dude probably has a lot of leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a lot of leverage to use to be like, okay, you want to be mad that I'm saying that she has to pay for this and pay for that, even though she's been a housewife for so long. Okay, boom. Look at what she did. What can you say now? Because that's one of the biggest things where if a girl is cheating, it nullifies a lot of stuff that a man doesn't.
I would say, I mean, unless this is going to come off weird because she's grown, but unless he gave her some kind of allowance or just drop money into a bank account that is solely hers, how does he expect her to
He don't care.
pay lawyer fees? I think he should, though. And the reason why I think he should is because if it was just them two, fine. But if you're trying to bring like a level of torment into her life, knowing that she's the mother of your 3 kids and probably more than likely is the one that is keeping the 3 kids. So if she's living in disarray, that means your kids are going to be living in some kind of disarray. So I think you should always just keep things steady, even if it's with the person you no longer like or whatever anymore, because especially if you have kids. But that's just
That's just you.
that, so. Yeah.
Hey, Stony Starks, every scenario is different. And she came up on him, which is crazy. But she is going to get paid. She is going to get paid no matter what, mainly because, she was a housewife and you do have to compensate for that. But you can limit as much things as you have to allow for. But I don't know, bro. I really do think that she was the one to mess some things up. But if I'm playing devil's advocate here, like we're not gonna act like Dame wasn't doing nothing. Like we're not gonna act as if Dame probably wasn't doing his own thing. I'm
not just putting cheating on that man like that.
I feel you on that, but a lot of people in these NBA inner circles, bro, they be moving, and we don't even know. So it seems like
we all assume, so we don't have to know because you're gonna, just like you're doing now, you assume it.
For sure, I'm assuming.
Okay.
I'm 1,000% assuming about all of this. And I'm like 70% sure that my assumption is correct. But
you're 70% sure that Dame was cheating on his wife because of his occupation.
I'm actually more. And it's because of other reasons, but I don't want to say that.
What are the reasons, Dub?
I can't be saying it, man. I'm not trying to snitch no people out, bro. Just know there's some.
Wait, so you know Damian Lillard?
No, just know there's just, just know there's people around these NBA inner circles that could know a little thing or two. That's all.
So you have insider information about the Damian Lillard situation?
Don't worry about it.
This man won't even give y'all the exclusive on his goddamn channel. Come on, Dub. Give the exclusive. No. Do you have insider information on the Damian Lillard situation? Yes or no?
Listen, these guys' lives is these guys' lives. I'm not gonna sit here and put these stories out. No, that's just.
But we're not saying any. We're not asking for. We're asking for. Okay, hypothetically speaking.
Don't worry, real talk. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll wait for the news to surface. But
we'll wait for the news.
I don't want to have defamation of character.
But this is hypothetically speaking and allegedly. This is not. We're not saying anything. I'll even give you the disclaimer, Dub. So here you go. We're not saying that anything we're saying right now is 100% truthful. We are on here pontificating about a subject.
Pontificating is a great word, but
yes.
But that listen, man, that's all I'm gonna say on that, man. Just know that I don't believe that Damian Lillard is 100% innocent either. I think a lot of times, even in divorces in general, both sides are to blame for a lot. So I think I just think it's wild. I think Dame is gonna be on his revenge tour, bro, and he may just deliver a ring to Milwaukee just because of this. Promise you.
Because he had a bad offseason?
Oh, yeah. That anger does.
Well, not
something
even a
to
bad
him, man.
offseason. They said she moved out. What they say in 2022?
She moved out in 2022. Yeah. Why you say damn for?
Because I'm just thinking like
Damian Lillard had a crazy year this year too. Damian Lillard was balling. Let's see what he was doing in the month of
December
of
and January.
I'm gonna do January. I think in late December. That's probably a good guesstimate of what he was doing. Because if this dude was balling, whoo, the month of December. Oh my God, real talk. It was actually disgusting. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I could get a timetable of when this happened. Month of December, when he comes back of, I guess, load management. I forget why he just wasn't playing. 21 points, 40 points. And this is like this is starting at December 4th. 21 points, 40 points, 36 points, 38 points, 37 points. So 4 straight games of 35 plus. Crazy. 24, 25, 28. 16, 34, 17, 34, 19. That was for the month of December. He averaged 29 points a game on 45 and 40. Now in January, and this is where it got nuts. This is where it got nuts, real talk. In January 2nd, his first game, I think they blew the team out. Damn, yeah, they did blow the team out. They faced Detroit. 19 points on 50 from the field and 50 from 3 on 10 assists. Right? That's fucking crazy. 19 points, 27 points, 19 again, 34, 30, 50, 36, 40, 44, 25, 24, 37.
When was his 70 ball game?
60. Hold on. 60, 30, and 42. That was in the month of January. He averaged 34.5 points a game on 49 from the field, 36 from 3, and 90 from the free throw line. That brother got hurt, real talk. He scored 70 in February 26th. And then, oh my God. Then in the
scored on my brother's birthday.
Then in the month of, oh my God, in the month of February, 42, 29, 40, 28, 33, 38, 40, 39, 71, 25. The man averaged 38 and a half points per game on 49, almost 50, 40, 90 splits. He shot 49.6 and 41 from the 3 on 96 free throw percentage, averaging 38 points a game on 7 assists. Real talk.
I'm gonna keep saying this till I just can't anymore, bro. You Steph Curry niggas, bro. Again, is Steph Curry better than Dame? Yes. But y'all be trying to act like that gap is a lot bigger than what it actually is.
Facts.
I'm just gonna keep
bro.
it a buck with y'all, bro. That gap is not as big as y'all try to act like, bro. Dame been hooping for a long time, bro. Dame has been hooping for a long time on a worse team.
So
and then you still get the comment, this is what I don't understand, bro. You still get holophobia in them in the comments, some more real talk. Stop. Kevin Finnerty, whatever is fuck. Real talk. Stop. I already said Steph is better. So what the fuck am I stopping for?
To think that he can't do this on Golden State is crazy to me. Bro. Every month, and real talk, this is like more like evidence for me to use my deductive reasoning to be like, oh yeah, this woman cheated on him. Because every single month, the scoring went up. From the month of December to February, the man averaged 33.8 points a game, 7 assists on 48, 39, and 93. The man almost dropped 34 on 50, 40, 90 splits in a 3-month span. Real talk, that is insane. That's better than KD.
I don't know what you brought that man up for, but
Bro,
no,
that's
Dame is gonna
crazy.
Dame's gonna have a great year, bro. Dame's gonna have a great year. They're gonna be a great team.
Bro, they're
They're
winning
not
the
gonna be
chip.
better than Ball.
They're winning
No,
the chip. If he
they're
keep
not
this,
getting to the finals, bro.
if he keep this heartbreak translation going on, bro, they winning.
Heartbreak translation.
Heartbreak translation, bro. If he's keeping that heartbreak translation up, that man is gonna deliver a championship to Milwaukee Bucks. Because my God, this is insane.
Mhm.
You know what? This girl definitely cheated. Ain't nobody playing. Damon, has Dame ever played like this ever in his life before? Nope.
Yeah, yeah. That season when they went to the bubble,
That's the bubble.
I think
though.
like right before then. No, even right before the bubble, Dame was hooping, and then he did. It did translate also to the bubble as well. But yes, Dame was hooping that year as well, bro.
That brother was heartbroken, bro.
You think the heartbreak led to him playing great?
Oh my God, he was going crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. You want to see what Dame was doing before the bubble? Like before they had to break it?
Yeah, read it to the haters, bro. Bro, even this playoff translate, like,
oh my God.
To see her act like Dame never has played good in the playoffs is so disingenuous, bro. As he had some stinkers,
so
of
Dame,
course.
Dame leading up to the bubble. I'm gonna start in January, so around the same time frame. From around January all the way on to, let's go with, March 10th, because that's when the lockdown really happened.
Mm-hmm.
The man was having 31 on 47 from the field, 44 from 3, and 88 from free throw, having 8 assists per game. In the month of February, that man had 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. In the month of February, in the month of January and February, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 40-point per game point performances, and 3 of them was 50 balls. 1 of them was a 60 ball. That's insane. And y'all gonna sit here and try to tell me that this man on the Golden State Warriors with a shooter like him, where he could be motion, and he could play off ball, can't sit here and ball out in that system, and not be Steph Curry, but at least win rings with that crew, the same rings that Steph won. Because I've never said that Dame would be Steph, but he'll be good enough to win those titles the same way that Steph has won those titles. I wholeheartedly believe that.
I did think the only ring that Curry won that Dame can't is the one against Boston. All the other rings in 2015, if you allow him to also play the Cavs with no Kyrie and no Kevin Love, yeah. I think Dame and Clay and Draymond get that done. I think in 2017, once they bring KD over, he's gonna win with Kevin Durant in that crew as well. The only ring he's not winning, in my opinion, is that I don't think he can do what Steph did in 2022. 2015, though, yeah.
Bro, I think he could. I think he could torch that fucking team too. He
Who?
would torch Dame. I think Dame is torching him. You act like
Torching
Dame.
who?
You act like Dame hasn't cooked good defenses before, especially being on that crew. Dame, the Oklahoma City Thunder was a top 5 defense, and he torched them. Were they top 5? Wait, let me double check. Yes, they were
starting to
top 5
realize-
defense. Yep.
People in the I'm about to stop paying attention to the chat because the chat people dead ass don't even respond to what you're saying. This nigga Holophobia just said Dame not going 73-9. Who the fuck said he was? Who said Dame was going 73-9?
So, like I said, the Warriors would be better with Steph, but the gap wouldn't be as far enough to sit here and think, in my mind, that Damian Lillard on the Warriors can't win the same amount of rings. You can still win, but not be the better team. You can still win and not be on the same level of that team. The Golden State Warriors is definitely better with Stephen Curry. But Dame on that crew would be just good enough for them to win the same amount of rings. Simple. That's all.
I think it's similar to like, and I don't agree with it, but a lot of people look at Kobe as like a little dumbed down version of MJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do that. They say Kobe's MJ just not as athletic, maybe more skilled, but basically a dumbed down version of MJ. But what also drew that comparison not only was the play style, is that they then played for the same coach, played in the same system. So we get to see damn near a perfect like correlation between the two because of such similar situations. Again, playing for the exact same coach and in the exact same system. So as far as efficiency wise, I think you can say for sure without a shadow of a doubt that Mike is the more efficient scorer than Kobe, right? So if we look at Steph and Dame, if you want to say that Dame is the tailored off a bit version of Steph, cool. Makes a little sense. But if you put Dame in the exact same situations as Steph Curry, is it going to be as great as Steph? No. Kobe got 5, Mike got 6. But can he get 3 out of 4? Yeah, sure. How was he not beating Matthew Dellavedova in them with that squad? How was he not winning with KD on the team? Like, what are we doing?
Man, y'all just acting like Dame, especially at like the best version of himself in 2022. Can't do like what gets me mad, like y'all don't know what people are capable of until they do it, right? So like Steph, even the chances of Steph going 48 and 43 and 31 points per game, like that's something that nobody's seen coming. Like nobody's gonna be like, oh, he's about to drop a crazy efficient 30 on the Boston Celtics. But just because we didn't see it and it wasn't a high probability, doesn't mean the player can't do it. It doesn't mean that Dame can't similarly be great to be beating that crew. And people also got to remember this. Dame being there doesn't change the fact that a large part of the reason why the Boston Celtics were losing was because they couldn't take care of the fucking ball.
Now all of a sudden Giannis is the best player in the world again? Really? That's what we're doing? So now he better win with Giannis because he has the best player in the world. As if it's not damn near consensus right now that Joker's the best player in the world.
I I need everyone to understand this though, because it really gets me tight. That a lot of the times the Boston Celtics were losing series, and even though Steph was great, like they had a big turnover issue that kept the momentum in the Golden State Warriors' favor. That helps a player play well too. So the Boston Celtics, with or without Stephen Curry, are still going to have that issue. And that could lead to the downfall of that crew. Now, if the 6-game series turn into 7 without Steph, sure. But I still think they win because there's nothing. Because I don't think Steph being there, I don't think Steph not being there is somehow going to dismiss or make non-existent the issues with the Boston Celtics had, which was taking care of the rock, shooting efficiently from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And those were the two key things that they keyed in on to win that series, on top of compounding that with Curry playing that great offensively. It's not like they won that just off of Stephen Curry's back, like LeBron James in 2018. It's not like they won that series because Curry was just on this God tier level. No, Curry played great. But another reasons that they benefited from was JT and Jaylen Brown wetting the bed and turning over the ball crazy.
Yeah, but Steph was like backpacking that offense. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, that's
like,
fun. I think Dame can backpack.
Steph was morphing because Boston was playing at such an elite level defensively that they were getting away with those lulls that they had offensively. So like, I don't know, bro. The 2022 one, like that's when I'm feeling like Steph really like showed, yeah, there are levels to this. And again, for the 14th time, for the deaf niggas in the back, we both aren't up here saying that Dame and Steph are on the same level. We have both acknowledged that Steph is better than Dame. But again, it's the gap. That gap is not as big as a lot of y'all think it is, bro. And I'm standing on that. I'm 10 toes down on that, bro.
So I'm looking into the games they won in the fourth quarters in which they won for game 4 because they blew them out in game 2. I don't think Dame being there in game 2 is going to keep them from beating them by 20 points, right? Looking into the fourth quarters that because they only won by 10 and both of those games they pulled away because they outscored them by 9 in those fourth quarters. Steph,
there was a game though, but there was a game though. I think Boston was up 2-1. And I want to say they were going back to Boston with the 2-1 lead.
And Steph dropped 43.
Steph goes.
Yeah, Steph went ballistic. And even in that fourth quarter, because
he won that game.
Because he went again, he went crazy 3-point line. But you're forgetting the other side of the ball when in that fourth quarter, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown completely collapsed and was not performing well at all. They had the Boston Celtics had 3 turnovers on 33% from the field and 30 from 3 in that fourth quarter. Jason Tatum shot 1 for 5, while Jaylen Brown shot 3 for 7, and Marcus Smart had 1 for 4. Is Dame being there all of a sudden going to make them shoot better? No, because no.
Yeah, but does he backpack that game like Steph does? I don't know.
How is he backpacking the game when another reason?
Okay,
how is he
backpacking the offense?
He's backpacking.
Is he backpacking the offense like Steph was doing?
I think Steph is probably going to play at a higher level offensively, but I go to my point again. I think Dame could play at a good enough offensive level to sit here and not jeopardize them winning, or not to sit here and not jeopardize the fact that they will win that series. I think he will be able to keep that gap. He would be that good offensively so that they could keep them at bay still. Because then the next game in the fourth quarters, guess what happened again? They actually shot 26% from the field and 25% from three, turned over the ball 4 times, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for a 1 for 9 from the field. Is that because of Stephen Curry? If you want to know what Stephen Curry did in that fourth quarter, he shot 2 for 6 and 0 for 3 from the 0 for 3 from the 3-point line and scored 4 points. And they pulled away in that fourth quarter because they outscored them by 9 points in that fourth quarter, and they only won that game from 10. So did they win that game because of Steph's offense or because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum was just sitting here fucking shit up? Which one is it? Like in that game right there,
we have to look at the game.
In that game right there,
We have to look at the game.
In that game right there, in that game right there, what was the reason why they won that fourth quarter? The literally the quarter in which decided the game, because they outscored them by 9 points and that decided the game.
But you're looking at a box score and telling me you're trying to convey that Steph didn't have that great of an impact on the fourth quarter. But just listen, let me finish. You're trying to convey that Steph didn't have that great of an impact on the fourth quarter because he was only 2 for 6. When again, I would have to see how was the defense at that point reacting to Steph Curry, because he's already 30 something plus points in.
I hate this.
How were they reacting?
Again,
were other players getting open shots?
Again, nobody's.
What do you mean you hate the gravity? It's a real thing.
No, because again, I'm just trying to get through your head. A lot of people said about Steph, because then that's the one. If Steph's not shooting well, they'll be like, well, the gravity he's causing. The gravity's not causing Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to shoot 1 for 9 from the fucking field. The gravity doesn't do that. Of course
not. Who's saying that?
Okay, but I'm saying that, and I'm saying, and I'm not saying no. This get me,
point, bro.
No.
You think
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Because no, you missed a big portion of the reason. I'm not saying.
I understand that you're saying Steph isn't the reason that
no, I'm not saying
JT and Brown shot bad.
Okay, yes, he's not. Okay. My point is this. Stephen Curry was great offensively. 100%. You can't even fucking deny that. And what he brings to the offense is great. What I'm saying is that wasn't just one of the big reasons on why they won. A big reason on why they won is because of the struggles of the Boston Celtics offensively.
Absolutely.
Great. So I'm saying that even though Dame probably won't have to play on the same level, probably not play on the same level of Dame, my point is he doesn't have to win that series, because another big reason on why they were winning that series is because of the offensive deficiencies of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So if Steph is here, Steph can be here offensively in that series. I think Dame just needs to be probably right here, real talk, in order for them to win that series against a crew that was struggling immensely offensively.
And what I'm saying, Dub, is that I remember watching that series. This isn't something 10 plus years ago. It's 2022. The Warriors weren't great offensively themselves. Steph Curry was doing a lot of backpacking, not only during that series, but that playoff run outside of the Nuggets series, because they were torching the Nuggets against Jokic.
He wasn't playing great offensively outside of the Nuggets.
What are you talking about? I said the team, the rest of the team, not him. I'm saying the rest of the team. Him specifically was doing a lot of backpacking of that offense against the Boston Celtics. So what I'm saying is, when you read off that stat sheet or that box score saying, oh, well, Steph in the fourth was just 2 for 6 and he only had that is so disingenuous, because that means by that point he was already how many points had he already torched them for? So now their defense is definitely by then predicated on slowing down Steph, which could then open things up for the rest of the team.
Their defense
his individual box score numbers. You're trying to read them off as if,
oh my God,
even if he didn't score that much, he didn't have a great impact on that Warriors offense in that fourth quarter.
That's not what I'm saying, real talk. Like you're saying I'm not listening to the point, but you didn't hear my point.
Because you read off what you said, what you did was, but Steph was only 2 for 6 in the fourth quarter, and he only had. So,
I'm gonna repeat what I said.
did
I'm gonna repeat what I said one last time. That's not what I said. I said I'm just giving you clear examples of how it wasn't just Steph's offense that was sitting here winning that series. It wasn't just that. I said
nothing is ever just anything. No, who said it was just Steph's offense?
Okay, but don't act as if I'm trying to minimize what Steph was doing offensively. I even gave you, for the sake of the argument, I said the gravity of Steph, keep that. That's fine. I agree with you. Despite the fact that they're guarding Steph primarily the same exact way for the entirety of the game to make sure he doesn't get off. But that's neither here or there. I said the offensive impact is there no matter what. I can't take that away. But don't act as if this offensive impact was such a vital and crucial reasoning on why they were winning, when on the other side of the ball for the Boston Celtics, they were sitting here being terrorist offensively. Again, Steph was great. Steph was great offensively. Not taking that away. The dude was phenomenal. One of the best series I've ever seen from Stephen Curry in my life. I thought he was phenomenal. But when we really dissect and analyze what happened, we also need to understand that despite Steph playing so great offensively, they were still almost losing that series. And they're still almost going to lose that series because of what? Because of how bad Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum was playing specifically in those fourth quarters. So when you when I'm sitting here talking about Dame and Steph and putting Dame on that crew on the Boston Celtics, the struggles of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is still going to be there. And that's not going to
still winning games with Jaylen Brown and Tatum struggling.
Stop. And that's not going to change. That's not going to change, real talk, with them struggling. So I'm thinking that all Damian Lillard has to do is be good enough offensively to put them over the edge, to probably not beat them by 10, but beat them by 5 this time.
But you're saying being great offensively against one of the better defenses of one of the best defenses we've seen in the past 5 to 10 years. That Boston defense that year, particularly post All-Star break moving forward, was a phenomenal defense. So just to and this is why I'm saying that this is the separator between a Dame and a Steph.
You said Golden State Warriors, right? The Golden State Warriors defense?
No, the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics at that time, especially post All-Star break, were the number one defense in the league by a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Smart was the defensive player of the year. JT and JB were also really good defensively that year. Mm-hmm. Robert Williams was great defensively that year. Derek White was coming into his own defensively that year as well. So to just assume that, like I said, they were up dub 2-1 with Tatum struggling. And you want to know why? Because their defense was slowing down that Golden State offense a lot.
Not really. That's a lie.
Then that fourth quarter, no, it's not. No, it's not.
No, that's a lie.
No, it's not. Then that fourth quarter.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a lie.
No, you're gonna let me finish. Then that fourth quarter in Golden State, Boston hit, I remember it was that game 1 to game 2 where they kind of went crazy in the fourth quarter from 3, won the game. But their defense was keeping them in a lot of these games to begin with. And so to just assume that Dame against this great of a defense is just going to walk into Boston in a game 4 situation and backpack an offense in a final series. No, I'm not just going to assume that against the best defense in the league.
Okay.
No, I'm not assuming that.
Number one, because for you to because we can all agree that Ime made even though they had the best defense, Ime made drastic bad decisions that playing drop coverage and having Robert Williams sitting here switching onto Stephen Curry, which was bad decisions to make against the Golden State Warriors. I'm assuming he's going to make those bad decisions again, something that Damian Lillard can also pick apart as well. So even though they're the number one defense, we can all acknowledge
Steph is shooting like 40+%
Ime made bad decisions that Steph was able to capitalize on. I expect those same bad decisions to happen again. The reason why they beat them those game 1 and game 3 real talk is not because the defense just kept them so much at bay. No, because the Golden State Warriors was actually scoring around relatively the same throughout the whole entire series. Their points per game was relatively the same the whole entire time besides game 3. The reason they beat the Golden State Warriors because they was actually fucking scoring. Their offense, the Golden State Warriors wasn't slowing down the Boston Celtics. I think they was going on crazy shooting nights those games. That's why they lost those 2 games. Not because the defense was slowing them down. So when you said, oh, yeah, the Boston Celtics were beating the Warriors because they were slowing down that offense. No, that's just a fucking lie. They were just shooting very well that game, and that's why they won.
In game 1, Golden State they scored 108 points.
Okay, what happened the next game,
that
2, that the Golden State Warriors won?
The Warriors scored 107 points.
Okay, what's the next one?
Game 3, the Warriors scored 100 points.
What's the next one?
That is bogging down in offense.
What's the next one, real talk?
107.
What's the next one, real talk?
104, 103. These are good defensive performances. What are you saying?
Stop right there. Stop right there. I'm going to stop you right there. So the game in which the Golden State Warriors lost was the game where they actually scored the most out of every single game. And then on top of that, if you're going to sit here and complain about the Golden State Warriors,
that's because they went 7 of 9 in the 4 from 3, as I said.
The Golden State Warriors not scoring 3 or 4 extra points. That's on you. That's fine. I'm just trying to highlight the main reason the Boston Celtics won those games because they were keeping the Warriors at bay for all of the other games as well. The main reason they were losing is because they could not score the same exact way that they were doing in game 1 and in game 3. Because again, tell me, how many points did the Boston Celtics score in game 1?
120.
How much did they score in game 2 that they lost?
88.
How many points did they score in game 3 that they won?
116.
How many points did they score in game 4?
97.
How many points did they score in game 5 that they lost?
Golden State, by the way, in game 4 scored 107 points total. Steph Curry had 43 of those, not even counting his assists and the baskets that he contributed to without being the assist man. But what else?
How many?
It's called backpacking, Dub. It's called backpacking in offense.
Nobody's saying he didn't do that, but okay, go ahead. Game 5, what did he do?
Who?
Boston Celtics.
94. Tatum had 27.
Game 6, how many points did they score?
90.
Okay. So again, my point is this. They were losing. It's not a coincidence that every single game that they lost, they did not even break 100. Every other game, the games in which they won, which was, don't get me wrong, it was great shooting nights, but they won because their offense was actually performing at a great level. All of the other games, again, their offense was fucking bad. They were shooting terribly. And compounding that with what Stephen Curry was doing, I would assume that they would win. Because at the end of the day, I did not even expect the Boston Celtics to perform that bad offensively. So I'm going to go back to my point. When you can sit here and tell within this series that the Golden State Warriors did benefit from the fact that the Boston Celtics were being terrorists on fucking offense. If I add a Damian Lillard on there, where he's not going to replace exactly what Stephen Curry is doing, but I believe he's going to be offensively capable enough to be able to defeat a team that is playing that bad offensively. They only had one game. They actually only had In all those losses, they had one game where they scored over 95 points, real talk. I trust in a Golden State Warriors-led Damian Lillard crew. I mean, in a Damian Lillard-led Golden State Warriors crew, that team to be scoring above 95 points more times than not.
Okay, you gonna let me respond? So not only can we take into account, again, we're just going off reading these scores and box scores and not actually remembering being in that present moment. So Boston was the, I think, one less games or whatever. So for whatever reason, Boston was the away team the first 2 games, right? They steal game 1 on the road. Right, they lose game 2. Them scoring. So even looking at this score, like, oh my goodness, how many points did they score in game 2? It was 88-107. But clearly, Golden State was the far more desperate team, knowing they can't go down 0-2 at home in a series and expect to win. Game 3, Boston comes back and wins game 3. They're up 2-1 in the series. So game 4 is damn near the pivotal game in this series right now. Because if Golden State loses that game and goes down 3-1, they're not winning that series. Because now what? Boston had already stolen home court advantage. So to think that in this situation, Dame in game 4 to keep the team alive is coming away, dropping 43 against by far the best team in the league, the best defense in the league.
I believe.
No, I'm not assuming that. I'm not assuming that, and I just won't.
You don't have to.
I'm not assuming that, bro.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But again, the game by game thing is just annoying to deal with. The whole premise of my argument is not about just the game by game. The whole premise is Damian Lillard being there is not going to change the fact that the Boston Celtics offense was just fucking playing terrible. Is every game going to be exactly the same? No, because Dame is going to be different players. If you change one, it's like a butterfly effect. If you change one thing about a series, it's going to change a multitude of different things. So I'm saying that because of the Boston Celtics performing that bad offensively, I'm willing to bank on a Damian Lillard-led Golden State Warriors crew to be good enough offensively to be able to defeat those guys, a team where they were struggling to score above 95 points per game in that series.
And I'm not going to lie, Dub, and I guess it's just where me and you disagree. Dame against that defense isn't a guarantee to outscore them. Not with that 2022 Warriors squad and how some of them players was playing in that finals. No,
they weren't playing.
That's
they
just
weren't
where we
playing
disagree.
that great in the finals. Real talk. What are you talking about?
Who's not playing that great in the finals?
The Boston Celtics weren't playing that great.
I wasn't talking about the Boston Celtics. I'm saying the Warriors. I'm saying I don't agree that
So you don't think that
these
Dame
Dame offenses are just beating?
You don't think that Dame can beat drop coverage and get a switch onto Robert Williams?
Y'all say this drop cover, bro. Steph was shooting.
I'm just asking.
30 footers.
I'm just
hitting
asking
him at a 40+% clip.
Real talk. I'm just asking. You don't think that Damian Lillard can beat drop coverage and get a switch onto Robert Williams?
You try to dumb these arguments down.
That's just what happened.
I'm not accepting your context I'm not accepting the question. That's what I'm saying. I'm not accepting that
because you know the answer.
No, because you're trying to frame it in. Oh, it's just drop coverage.
The way you just framed it. The way you just framed it with game 3. I mean, with game 4 was unfair as well. But I still let it rock. So why can't you do the same?
How was it unfair when these are literal? Losing game 4 when you've already lost home court advantage, you're gonna lose the series. Because this is the series on the line game for the Warriors.
To act as if Damian Lillard hasn't performed great against great defenses before And actually, he's done something like this before. He dropped 50 against the fucking Oklahoma City Thunder, who had great defenders, and he had a crazy performance like that before. So you can't say it's outside of the realm of possibility.
It wasn't the Boston defense, Dub.
The Boston defense.
Do you understand how good that defense was that year?
But again, we all have talked about it thoroughly, but I guess we just all sit here and just have revisionist history when we have these debates that Ime was making a lot of bad decisions in terms of running his defense. But like, why are you just forgetting that?
Actually, the reasoning on them staying in drop coverage was actually to limit his teammates, which they were doing a good job of it at that point. But even then, when they started bringing Robert Williams up in the drop, he was giving a high. It wasn't a low drop.
And I remember Steph,
drop.
And I remember
Steph is still shooting. He's making these crazy
Steph is cooking
contested jumpers.
Yes, Steph was cooking Robert Williams. I trust Damian Lillard to cook Robert Williams too, real talk.
Dame is not shooting that great of a percentage like Steph was in contested.
He did it before.
Footers.
He did it before.
No, he's not.
He did it before.
No, he's not.
He's actually done it before.
Williams,
he's actually done it before.
Robert Williams is one of the best.
The funny thing is,
Williams is one of the best drop
the funny thing
defenders in the league.
The funny thing is,
one of the best drop bigs in the league.
The funniest thing about this, Dame has actually done this before. Like, that's the funniest part.
Against who?
He's actually against the Oklahoma City Thunder, a top 5 defense. So don't act as if it's
who was the big he was facing in drop?
Steven Adams was the big.
Okay, he's not Robert Williams in drop because Robert Williams is much more agile than Steven Adams.
You're being oblivious for no reason. I'm just saying.
I'm saying
it's not outside of the realm of possibility, especially a guy who has actually shown the ability to do that before on a lesser crew.
You're saying against another person. You're saying
guess what?
Steven Adams.
And he had a lesser crew around him. So you're talking about the defense he had, but now about the lesser pieces around him that he had.
Do you remember how them other people was playing?
You're cooked, bro.
No, you're cooked.
You're so cooked, bro.
I've been cooking you the past 2, 3, 4 days. Bro, Robert Williams is a far better drop coverage defender than Steven Adams. What are you saying right now? You're just yapping. You're right.
Real talk. I'm saying, oh my God. I'm saying it's not outside the realm of possibility to sit here and assume that Dame can do this. That's what I'm saying. You're acting as if it is. It's not. Especially a guy who has shown the ability to do that on worse offensively coached teams and worse pieces around him. That's all I'm saying. And Dame shoots 40% field goal percentage in playoffs since 2016. He's not going to perform that against the Boston defense. Again, you're assuming this off of the the annoying part about everything about basketball is people severely underrate how much the pieces around you can affect your performance and even coaching as well. Damian Lillard, he's never had a crew around him like that to be able to have a sustainable success, especially a team where their defense is just getting torched left and right every fucking time. You know how hard it is to win shootouts with teams? It's extremely difficult. And it's extremely difficult to keep performing high offensively when your team can't slow anybody down because it kills momentum.
The Boston Celtics post All-Star break were getting compared to the 04 Pistons defensively. But Dub is going to tell you all that because Dame shot well against Steven Adams and drop, that he can do it against one of the best defensive teams that we've seen in the past 5 to 10 years.
I assume.
I want you all to.
I assume that off of the skill of Stephen, off of the skill of Damian Lillard, and how he is and how he can play basketball and how he could be in that system. It's not just what he did against Oklahoma City Thunder. You just don't not of the belief that he could perform that high level offense because of that. That's just your decision, but it's more things.
Kevin Ferneke, you're not understanding, because for you to comment in chat that it's still drop coverage, dude, you know drop coverage can improve on which person is doing the drop coverage, right? So like I said, Steven Adams in drop is not Robert Williams in drop, just like Steven Adams in drop isn't Anthony Davis in drop or Rudy Gobert in drop. So yes, it can be the same coverage, but depending on the defender, it makes the coverage more successful or not. It depends on the person playing the drop coverage. So Robert Williams, and like I said, eventually they did start even bringing Robert up on those drops because Steph was hitting those shots. And then it got to a point where Steph was still hitting shots over a 6'10" athletic, jumping, contesting, and he's 30 feet away from the basket. He's hitting that. If he's hitting that at a 40+% clip.
Talking about game 4, right? Talking about game 4, right?
Yeah, game 4. Yeah.
Okay. I'm rewatching everything. Literally, I'm rewatching it right now as we speak. And the first quarter isn't that great, just for your information. Really, when I double checked it, it was really the third quarter that happened, and it kind of negated.
Why in God's name are people saying, like, some of these people that don't believe in Buddy, dumbass, is one of those that think Dame isn't a great playoff performer, but then he's going to perform well against basically the best defense that he would have ever played in the playoffs.
Because real talk, like, you know, this is common sense for you,
What
but
are we doing?
you just want to act dumb for Stephen Curry. You know damn well that the people that you're around can sit here and affect your performance. And Stephen Curry, even though he's never faced a defense like that, it's not about the bro. At the end of the day, they were still respecting Klay Thompson. On top of, regardless of how they're performing, the team is still going to respect them, right? If KD's shooting if KD's shooting 30% from the field, you do realize they're going to still guard KD like he's fucking KD, right?
Who said that?
I'm just saying. So Klay Thompson, in that point in time, they're just not leaving these motherfuckers open, despite them playing bad. They're still guarding them up. And they're doing motion off of Curry as well. Damn, what a tough lay. That was such a crazy lay from Steph right there. Drop coverage. Like, what are we talking about? In the game of what you're talking about, where he's scoring 43, a lot of times they are playing drop. They're actually playing drop.
Didn't I say these niggas was playing drop? I said that.
Yes. And I think Dame can sit here and be able to play well against a team that's playing drop like this. Like, Hal Horford is just, and funny thing is, in the first half, he's missing a lot of shit. He's missing everything, actually. Besides, let's talk about 3-point shooting shots. He's getting some tough lays, though, but he is missing a lot. Now it's the third quarter. The third quarter is when he actually just started going fucking crazy. I'm watching this.
So we established like 20 minutes ago that they played drop. I said that. Yes, I didn't have to rewatch it to know that they played drop.
Yes, but what I'm trying to tell you, real talk, is despite them being such a great defense, I think they're guarding Steph improperly, the same way I think they would guard Damian Lillard improperly. And when you're playing defense like this, when you're giving him this space to shoot, I would think he would be cashing in on those as well. Now, is he going to be dropping 43? Probably not. Could he give you 35 though? Yeah, why not? Why not? Especially when
once they adjust, because Boston again did switch it up to where they weren't leaving Steph Curry and those low drops and started bringing the drop up.
Yes, and we went through that fourth quarter. I'm gonna check it, but in that fourth quarter, Steph did not play well in that fourth quarter. He started going crazy against drop in that third quarter. And if they did adjust, I don't know yet, but if they did adjust in the fourth quarter, he actually struggled. So
I ain't
again,
watching this
so again,
game,
so
dog.
so again, real talk. This is things that I think Damian Lillard can replicate. And especially with the Boston Celtics playing so bad offensively, they can't come out on top. Like, I don't know what's so
Okay.
difficult to think of, like, to understand about that.
Okay.
Al Horford stepped up, he got blown by. Jesus Christ. Then he had a motion off-ball screen, got the ball and pulled up. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all piss me off.
Cool. Dame would go to Boston and down 2-1 in the finals and drop 43.
Hey,
Gotcha.
Hey, and
Excuse me, 35. Excuse me.
Hey, Afro, I'm not making stuff up. This is all. The funny thing is, everything I'm saying, a lot of times when I have these debates, it's actually everything that happened, but people just have their own personal belief about things. So they just sit here and just choose not to listen. But y'all be easy. Like the video, subscribe. You know, it's been a good time about talking about everything, man. And, you know, we'll see you on a different night, man. I'm sorry to cook y'all, man, Stephen Curry, but we just got to be real about some things, man. You just got to be real about some things, man. Y'all be easy. Like and subscribe. Peace.
Crazy work, chat.